Waiting on you. Now I've sent you the link to 2 of your 4 phones. Yes, sir, Kurt Anderson. Kurt Sugar. Yes, sir.
Custom. You got me? You got me?
Yeah, I see you and I hear you.
Okay, cool. Right.
Let's get it.
Let's get into it. Okay, so where is the offer from Deontay to fight Dillian White?
Where is the offer from Deontay to fight Dillian White?
Where is the offer? Joshua sent Dillian White an offer which Dillian White declined. So my question is, where is the offer from Deontay to Dillian?
Are you serious?
I'm serious.
Okay. Explain why Deontay needs to send Dillian White an offer.
Because Deontay Wilder is the #1 ranked in the WBC.
No, Deontay Wilder is the champion.
Deontay Wilder is the champion, and Dillian White is the #1 ranked. So therefore, where is the offer from Deontay Wilder to fight his #1 contender?
His #1 contender. So you're saying Deontay Wilder should offer Dillian White an offer because Dillian White is #1. And you're saying Anthony Joshua offered Dillian White one because Dillian White was his #1. Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying we're comparing Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua. Now, Anthony Joshua made an offer to Dillian White. Where is the offer from Deontay Wilder to Dillian White?
Yes. It's Raphael Dawkins, Combat Radio. And today, we're discussing my encounter with BFTB. Who is BFTB? Well, he's a notorious LDBC guy. It's one of those guys. Allegedly one of their top verbal henchmen. I was challenged by an LDBC guy, Scant Rants. I was told that I could never survive with him, and challenged to go over there and duel with the fella. Well, I accepted that challenge, and today we will see how that brawl went. One of us was left bruised. We're about to find out who had the best arguments and who was the fool. And without much further ado, let's get into it.
Listen, bro. Listen. Let's explain something real quick, all right?
I'm listening.
And I'll get to that. Let's explain something. Deontay Wilder don't need to offer Dillian White shit. Nothing. Dillian White is not mandatory to a damn thing. You don't need to offer him shit. Nothing at all. What he did do is made a few offers. A few. As the champion, who he is, to a voluntary, who Dillian White was and is. He said, give me $7 million and I will fight you in UK. That is an offer.
That's not an offer.
That is one.
Who's sending the money?
It is an offer. Yes, it is.
Who is sending the money?
That's not an offer. That's a contract.
The man who is sending the money is the person making the offer.
The man sending the money has a signed contract. I'm not sending you shit with an offer. I will send you money with a signed contract.
The person who is making the offer is the person with the money. The money was coming from Dillian White's side.
That's not true. Okay, well look, using your BS logic, logic, if the money was coming from Dillian White, then why didn't Dillian White send Deontay Wilder $5 million?
The money was coming from Dillian White's side,
Okay,
Eddie
so
Hearn.
why didn't Dillian White?
That's
Where was the money at? Where's the money?
what do you mean where the money's? The money is in the offer.
You just said if Deontay Wilder, where was the offer from Deontay Wilder? So Deontay just sent him money because of the offer. Well, if the money was coming from Dillian White, where was the money?
The money's coming from Dillian White's side, who is Eddie Hearn.
Was the money then?
The money is in the offer. The money is in the offer. The offer is being made by Eddie Hearn to Deontay Wilder. Yeah, that's the offer. A man can't come back and say, well, factor X, factor Y, factor Z, and that's the offer. The offer comes from the paying side.
Really?
The paying side.
Really?
The paying side was Eddie Hearn. That's Dillian White's side. So where is the offer? Where is the offer from?
I hear you. I hear what you're saying. You're saying the money is coming from Dillian White's side because that's where the offer came from.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So why didn't that same thing work with Vladimir Klitschko and Anthony Joshua?
What was different there?
What do you mean what was different? They made
What was different?
He turned it down. I mean, they made Vladimir Klitschko an offer. He turned it down.
Yeah.
50-50. They went back, made it 50-50, sent it back to him, then he agreed to it.
Okay. So, there we had the first part one of the battle. Now, the disagreement there was that BFTV feels that Wilder coming back and declining an offer and saying he wants more equals an offer. My argument is that an offer is a proposal made by the paying side. At no point was Wilder the paying side. We went back and forth on that, as you can see, and he was often trying to talk over me. So I've tried to go through this interview and select clips where he wasn't talking over me. But the first part of the battle was on that topic. The offer. It is my contention that an offer is a proposal made by a paying side. And at no point was Wilder the paying side. Okay, that's part one. Let us move on. Let's see where we're at now. 2:12, 30 seconds.
On that. Right. So they made an offer which Deontay declined. You with me?
Give them a counter. Make it 7 and you got a fight.
Yeah, right. And they declined to make it 7.
That is a fact.
Right. Okay. Now, let's take it from there. Now, at what point did Deontay Wilder's side come back with an offer? An offer being money coming from Deontay Wilder's side.
Okay, I thought I asked you if I lost you. I clearly did. When he said, make it 7, that is from Deontay Wilder.
No.
So there you see it. That was what I was dealing with. Let's move along to 2:16 and 28 seconds.
On this particular point.
What point is that? What point?
The point is that at no point has Wilder's side fronted money with an offer to Dillian White. At no point has that happened.
Shadowbox. At no point has Deontay Wilder fronted money to Dillian White. No.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Okay, let's go. 2:17:45.
Because they just want to compare us, man. And I know you remember that.
I love how you skipped out the whole thing. I love it.
You asked me a question and I
Here's the
answered it.
article. Here's what he said. Deontay Wilder said, I will knock Dillian White out. Everybody knows I will knock Dillian White out. They just want to compare and see how I'm going to do it versus how Joshua did it. That's what he said. He did not say I'm not Dillian White.
That is not at all how I remembered it. Deontay Wilder declined. And disagree with me if I'm wrong, guys. But as I remember, Deontay Wilder declined to fight Dillian White. And one of his arguments was that they just want to compare us, man. They just want to compare us. That was one of his arguments for declining the fight with Dillian White. Correct me if I'm wrong, people. You don't have to agree with me. Correct me if I am wrong. Okay, we're going to 2 hours, 25 seconds. 25 minutes. 2:25 and 30 seconds.
Because you clearly...
WBC protected Wilder by making Breezel, a guy who was ranked underneath White, the mandatory.
And your stupid-ass champion, your stupid-ass hero, Dillian White, is the one that put himself in a position to be fucked over.
How did Breezel put himself in a position to be number one, to be mandatory?
Brazil, the fight between Brazil, not Brazil, Brazil and motherfucking Molina, the fight between them two was scheduled as a mandatory. It was not locked in. They scheduled that in October, the beginning of October 4th, as a matter of fact. October 4th, 2017 is when they scheduled that as a mandatory for Deontay Wilder. It was not locked in. That's the fight that they were talking about at the convention.
What kind of mandatory fight is that?
You let me talk, or you gonna shut the fuck up and let me talk? All right, I'll let you talk.
Carry on.
Anyways, Brazil versus Molina was talk.
Okay, so I will apologize in advance for the foul language of our American friend here. So you can see we're deep now into a discussion about the minutia, the contracts, or the lack of contracts. Okay, let's move on to 2:37 and 13 seconds. 2:37 and 13 seconds. Okay.
And White.
Fuck all that bullshit you're talking about. Dominic Brazil said, I will fight you, Dillian White. You think you're the fucking number one guy, blah, blah, blah. I will fight you. Dillian White turned it down. So fuck all that.
No. Dillian White did not turn down a mandatory fight with Brazil.
Then why did he fight him?
Dillian White did not turn down a mandatory fight with Brazil.
Why did he fight Brazil?
Listen, Dillian White did not at any point turn down a mandatory fight with Brazil.
First off, it wasn't a mandatory. It was a voluntary.
Right.
Dillian White, Dominic Brazil said, I will fight you. It was not.
Right.
And called him out. All right. So don't try to put words in my mouth because I never said it was a mandatory. Dillian White turned it down.
No. That's not the case. Dillian White made an offer. Dillian White made an offer to Brazil, and Brazil said the money wasn't enough.
So then he should have raised it.
So now he's gone from saying that Dillian didn't make an offer to saying, oh, well, he should have raised the offer.
Well, that's not what you just said. You said that Dillian White declined a fight with Brazil. That's not true.
He did. He did decline it. Did he raise the money? Did he raise it?
Now he's lying again. He's just said again that Dillian White declined the fight with Brazil. He did not. He made an offer.
You said Dillian White declined a fight with Brazil. and
Yes.
that is not true.
Yes, he did.
Brazil said, Brazil said, I will fight you, Dillian White. Dillian White said, cool, let's do it. Made an offer, and then Brazil came back and said the offer was too low.
And what did White do?
I don't know what the fuck he did.
Turned the offer, you dumb fuck.
Oh shit. Man's getting emotional and lying.
What? He didn't decline fuck all. He didn't decline fuck all. He made a fucking offer.
Did he raise?
I apologize for my bad language at this point.
He made a fucking offer. I don't know if he raised it. He may have, he may not have. I don't know. You don't know.
Because he didn't.
I don't know. You don't know.
Dumbass nigga. I do know.
I don't know. You don't know.
He didn't fight him, did he?
He didn't fight him. He didn't fight him because Dominic Breezel did not accept the offer.
Brazil wanted.
What? Say again?
What Brazil wanted.
No, he didn't give Brazil what Brazil wanted.
We have no idea what figure Brazil demanded. But I can wager you it was probably more than he's getting for fighting Wilder now. That's an interesting thought.
Brazil said,
or in the ballpark,
that it was a low ball offer, and Brazil did not accept the offer. We don't know what the money was. I don't know what the money was. You don't know what the money was.
Brazil said it was a low ball offer.
Brazil said it was a low ball. We don't know how much he wanted. We don't know how much he wanted, but we do know
it was.
What we can only talk about what we do know, and what we do know.
We do know.
So you see, that was the tenor of the debate. Let's go to 245.16. 245.16. Okay, 17.
Right. The WBC mandatory gets 30%. The WBO mandatory gets 25%.
So some money.
That's A. No, that's A. That's point A.
Money.
Point B.
Okay, got it.
A. That's point A.
Money. Got it. I got it.
Point B. If Dillian White gets the WBC belt from Wilder, which he will if Wilder fucks around and makes a mistake and accepts the fight. If Dillian White gets a crack at Deontay Wilder, he will get the strap. So he will now. That's my opinion. He will now be the WBC champ.
Yeah.
Therefore, when he comes back with the WBC belt and fights Anthony Joshua, he gets a bigger split. That's been the plan from day one, from way out.
Really? That's a
Dillian White wants to get the WBC strap to improve his leverage with Anthony Joshua.
Fine. I have no problem with that opinion. None.
All right.
My problem with your opinion is, then why didn't Eddie Hearn give Deontay Wilder $7 million and make that come to fruition?
Well, obviously that was back in the day. That was when that was back. That was back then. That was back then. The landscape has.
What was last year? Well, what was last year? Last year, Deontay Wilder said, "I'll fight Dillian White. Put Joshua on the contract." Why didn't he do that?
Well, once again, the landscape has changed.
What has changed?
I will tell you what's changed.
I'm listening.
Back then, Deontay Wilder was an unknown guy, largely unknown.
To who?
To the masses.
What masses?
He was
the UK masses?
To the masses, in the American masses, the masses everywhere.
You're not even from America. How the fuck you gonna tell me he wasn't known here?
Yo, don't be silly, man. Please don't be silly. Don't be silly.
America. How the fuck are you gonna tell me he wasn't known?
Don't be silly. There's at least one video. There is at least one video. And probably more.
At least one video.
featuring Deontay Wilder, featuring him walking the streets, featuring him saying that he's cool with being unknown, featured people, showing people didn't know who the fuck he was in his own land. He was a stranger in his own land.
His own land.
A stranger, Deontay Wilder, New York.
That's right.
A stranger.
Do you know
Alabama?
Alabama.
There's a video on YouTube of a little mini documentary or a news feature of Deontay Wilder walking the streets, the main streets of New York, bustling streets of New York, without people knowing who the he was a couple of years ago. Is what we're talking about.
They're the exact same size as the UK.
Well, that's cool, and he's a no.
What? What did he say? Alabama is the exact same size of the UK? What the? This guy, man. Where are we? Okay. Let's have a look here. Let's scroll around. According to the US Census of 2019, Alabama's population is estimated to be 4.9 million. Population of the United Kingdom, 66 million. So that's what? Alabama, just under 5. UK, just under 67 million. So what's that? That means that Alabama is 1/12 of the population of the UK. Size, 52.6 thousand miles is Alabama. UK, 93.6 thousand square miles. So, UK's almost double the size and has 12 times the population. So that was a crock of crap right there. Utter crock of crap by BFTB. Let's continue.
Unknown.
Alabama, I wonder how many people say the same thing.
Listen.
He was not in Alabama. New York is not his land. That's not his land.
If you're a world champion, you should be known in your hometown.
Well, nobody knows who the fuck Joshua is, so what the fuck are you talking about?
Nobody knows who Joshua is. Why does
Apparently nobody knows who Joshua is. That's interesting.
he have worldwide sponsorships, bro?
In the fucking US. Nobody.
That's not what you said. You said nobody knows who Joshua is.
Herb said this. The fuck are you talking about?
Yo, you just said nobody. You just said nobody. You just said nobody knows who Joshua is, but why does he have worldwide sponsorships, my friend?
Worldwide sponsorship. Well,
Why does he have worldwide sponsorship?
In Baltimore. Okay, I live in Baltimore. Do you know what Baltimore is? Do you know what Baltimore is?
It's I think it's the South. Is it the South?
Home of Under Armour. The home of Under Armour. You will never see a picture of Anthony Joshua anywhere.
And I know why.
Yeah, I do know why too, because nobody.
No, I know. No, that's not the reason why. Because they have a Baltimore guy.
At this point, I know where he's going. He's going to be talking about Under Armour. Now, I happen to know that Michael Phelps, the American swimmer, world record amount of gold medals, is from Baltimore. And Baltimore is the home of Under Armour. So who the hell are they going to have sponsoring? Who the hell are they going to sponsor? Why the hell would they not have Michael Phelps on their books in his hometown when he's a record-holding guy when it comes to gold medals?
Sponsored by Under Armour. Is it Phelps? Michael Phelps?
Guy, he's a swimmer.
He's a fucking guy, isn't he?
Steph Curry is sponsored by them too. And I see his picture hanging up.
Where is Steph Curry from?
Steph Curry is not from fucking Baltimore.
Where is he from?
Coast or some shit like that. And he played Warriors.
And where's Michael Phelps from?
Baltimore.
And he is the guy
I don't know if you can see this, but BFTB is sweating right now. He's sweating on his brow. You can see it.
Under Armour choose to represent Under Armour in Baltimore.
Amazing. What are you talking about?
He's sweating.
What are you talking about? I'm here. You don't live here, nigga. I live here.
Where is Michael Phelps from?
What?
Where is Michael Phelps from?
Like I said, Baltimore.
And he is the guy that Under Armour miraculously choose to represent Under Armour in Baltimore because he comes from Baltimore.
I thought it was a pretty straightforward argument on my part, but dude there was just wilding out. Let us go to 3:02 and 31 seconds. 3:02 and 31 seconds. Are we there? Yeah, we're there.
All right, the landscape. All right, cool. The landscape has changed now because as we see, Deontay's profile has increased. True or false? Deontay Wilder's profile from then till now has increased.
Deontay Wilder's profile has always been big.
I'm answering you. Listen, can we agree that Deontay Wilder's profile has increased from that time till now?
No.
Right. So
he's saying, let the record show. BFTB is saying that Deontay Wilder's profile has not increased from 2 or 3 years ago, which is what we're talking about, till now. Let the record show that.
So BFTB is saying that Deontay Wilder's profile from back then till now is the same as it's always been.
I'm saying he was just as big. That's what I'm saying.
He was just as big back then as he is now.
That's what I'm saying.
Right. So that means his profile has not increased from then till now. Is that fair?
What the fuck? Define profile.
I'm asking you a simple question.
So, after agreeing that his profile has not increased, he then, at the 11th hour, asked me to define profile. Okay, let us go to 3:05. 59 seconds. It's really difficult getting these seconds nailed in. Okay.
By, well, a number of methods. You'd quantify that by, in the case of a boxer,
Okay, BFTV has asked me to define profile.
You quantify that by his social media following.
Okay.
You would quantify that by his sponsorship, his level of sponsorships.
Okay.
Income, you would quantify that by his income level.
Okay.
So that's at least 3 categories we have there. We have social media.
You said his sponsors. And
social media sponsorship.
Social media sponsors and fight purses.
Yes, that's 3. Those are 3 measures.
Okay, fine, cool. So social media,
sponsors,
and sponsors. Those are your criteria to define profile.
Those are three measures of profile.
Is there any more?
Let's have a look. Social media sponsors, fight purses.
I might have to take a rain check on you, brother. I'll definitely let you on though, but I see you.
Social media sponsors, fight purses.
I know, but I'm playing the game, box. I'm playing the game, Godfather. Go ahead. I'm listening.
Yeah, I'm playing the game too, bro.
Yeah, during the interview, or rather this debate, BFTV would frequently stop to berate certain non-LDBC members in his chat.
Purses. Oh, yeah, I'm talking to you, though. Fight purses.
I'm talking
about...
Well,
I don't know what you're talking about either, bro, but carry on.
I understand that. Don't get in between me and my Godfather. I'm talking to my fucking Godfather.
All right, cool, but don't get emotional. So we have three.
I think he's talking about Blue Blood. He calls Blue Blood his godfather. Go figure.
let's just stick to the matter at hand, please.
Let's stick to it then, nigga. Let's stick to it.
All right. So we have social media, we have sponsors, we have fight purses.
I'm trying, but go ahead.
Well, do you want to add something?
There is nothing else.
All right.
Now, okay, cool.
Now,
so, how much of those does Charles Martin have?
At that time, well, even now, no, he's low on the social media.
He's got 2,000 total of everything.
Okay. Sponsorships, I don't know about that, bro. I wouldn't. Okay, I'll tell you word for that. Fight purses. Well, he got a big fight purse against Joshua, didn't he? He got nice.
Joshua was $250,000.
$250,000. So yeah,
it was on Wilder's undercard.
Okay. Oh, so go where you going.
So this is the thing. He got 34 times to tie the first. 34 times.
That's a nice raise.
Yeah, nice raise.
That's a nice raise.
Where is Dillian White on this profile list?
Well, we know that he's making what? He was supposed to be offered.
Not have more social media followers than Deontay Wilder.
Mm-hmm.
He does not. He does not have sponsors like Deontay Wilder, who's sponsored by Everlast, among others. We know that. All right.
Okay.
And on top of that, what's his purses? Do we even know?
Well, that's a tough one.
I know it's a tough one. So of the two that we know, Deontay is more. Of the two we know. So explain why Dillian White could not and Eddie Hearn could not, using your criteria, why could they not get him less than what they gave Charles Martin?
Ask me that question again.
Criteria.
Ask me that question again.
Okay, again, Charles Martin has nothing compared to Deontay Wilder. Nothing, not even close.
Okay.
His highest purse was on Deontay Wilder's undercard.
Yeah.
He got damn near $9 million to fight Anthony Joshua. And a voluntary fight that was not a mandatory. A voluntary.
Yeah.
So then why couldn't Dillian White and Eddie Hearn, the same Eddie Hearn, why couldn't he give Deontay Wilder damn near $2 million less than what they gave Charles Martin when his profile is way bigger? He has more social media, he has more sponsors, and he makes more money.
How much did Charles Martin get paid?
He made $250,000 on
No. How much did he get paid against Joshua? Charles Martin.
$6 million.
$8.6 million. Okay, right. So that comes down to, well, listen, the $7 million was just an initial offer.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. That initial offer was $4 million from Dillian White. 4.
No, we're talking about. Okay. I get you. Okay, let's talk about that. Oh, okay.
And you got to fight.
Oh, okay. I got you. So we're talking about Dillian White now. We're talking about Dillian White via Wilder.
The same team. Same thing.
We're talking about Dillian White v Wilder. Yeah.
I'm listening.
Okay. Okay, well, Dillian White obviously is not Joshua. You've gone from talking about Joshua to Dillian White. All right. So Dillian White is a lower. You answered the question for yourself. You said why was Wilder's income lower against? Yes. Why was Wilder's income lower against Dillian White? Because Dillian White's profile is lower than Joshua. You answered the question for yourself. It's obvious. How are they gonna?
At this point, this fucker starts playing love songs. Why? I do not know.
Yeah, play that tune. Play that. Dance for me. Yeah, dance with me as well. While you're playing the music, you can dance with me.
What? Answer what? Oh, what is that answer? You have no answer, nigga. Fuck
You answered the question yourself.
You have no answer.
You answered the question yourself. You said that Dillian White's profile is far lower than Joshua's. Therefore, any money offered from Dillian White is going to be commensurate with his relatively low profile. That's why Deontay Wilder got lower money, a lower offer.
No, that's not what I said. That's not what I said. I said
that's exactly what he said.
Wilder's profile was bigger. That's what I said. Why didn't he give it to him? Not what fuck the offer. Why didn't he make it? Why didn't he give it to him? Wilder's profile was way bigger than Dillian White's. Way bigger.
Well, yeah, way bigger.
Here's the answer. The question, why didn't he give it? The answer is he didn't want to. That's the answer.
Listen.
I'm listening.
We're talking about Dillian White here. We're not talking about Anthony Joshua. We're talking about Dillian White. So if Wilder comes when Charles Martin, it's an easy answer, easy question, easy answer. When Charles Martin came over to fight, dance with me. While you're playing the music, dance with me.
He's playing that love song again. I don't know why he's playing love songs to me.
Dance with me. When Charles Martin, Dance with me. When Charles Martin came over to fight Anthony Joshua, obviously it was a bigger fight. When Wilder comes over to fight, and when Wilder comes over to fight Dillian White, based on Dillian White's lower profile in all the three criteria we outlined: social media, fight purses.
So the people in the UK did not know Dillian White.
It was a smaller fight.
Did the people in the UK know who Dillian White was?
Not to the extent of Joshua.
Oh, so the people that watched Joshua fight Dillian White somehow didn't know who Dillian White was after that.
No, knowing someone and following them is two different things. Knowing someone and then giving them sponsorship is two different things. Knowing someone and then their fight purses being the same as Anthony Joshua is.
This dude's acting like I'm saying something wrong. He's deluding himself. What I'm saying is perfectly correct. Disagree if you disagree.
Ridiculous. Of course not. Of course not. So that's why Wilder was offered lesser money. It's very simple. It's a simple mathematical equation. Simple mathematical equation.
Okay.
He's still sweating, by the way.
Fine.
Yeah.
That's why Wilder was offered $7 million. I mean, why he was offered $4 million, but why did he get $7 million?
Well, obviously, as we come back to it, the landscape was different back then. It was a different landscape, different landscape. So
he's playing that love song again.
Now we cut to 6 months later, 12 months later. It's a whole different world now. What Wilder has done? What Wilder has done is he's built his profile. You say Wilder's profile hasn't grown from then till now. Yeah?
Girls and boys, crack is whack. Look at this man as an example of that.
That's one of the most ridiculous things that anyone has ever said on a boxing forum. Okay. It's one of the most ridiculous things anyone has ever said on a boxing forum. You said from your own mouth,
yep.
You said that from then till now, Wilder's profile has not increased.
I said from then till now, Wilder's profile is just as big.
It's just the same.
Prove me wrong. I said it's just
the same. Well,
prove me.
This is where I drop the hammer.
Wrong.
P-N. Say you're wrong. E-N-P-N. Say you're wrong.
Prove it wrong.
ESPN. Say you're wrong.
Got it.
I get played into the left, then went right.
ESPN say I'm wrong. How?
ESPN says that he's the most well-known boxer.
And where does it have Joshua?
Well, it's a bullshit article because they got Joshua and Canelo locked down. It's a bullshit argument because they got the bigger earners down. They got the high rollers low down on the rankings and the low roller high up in the rankings.
Yo, this is light work. Light work.
Yeah, man. They got the big ballers. They got the big ballers low in the rankings and the little baller. We got little baller high in the rank.
Please note, he's not smiling anymore.
You just counted this article. I'm trying to figure out what you're laughing at because
I can explain what I'm laughing at.
Yourself, dumbass.
They got the.
Uh-oh, he's upset again.
They got the big ballers low in the rankings and the little baller high in the rankings.
You do realize you brought this.
Oh shit! Sorry.
You do realize your dumbass brought this article up. I didn't mention it.
I brought it up. I brought the dumbass article up.
No, your dumbass said, "Oh, well."
No.
I brought the dumbass article up, dumbass.
I brought the dumbass article up.
According to ESPN, he's bigger. He's this and that. So
yeah.
There's Joshua. All of a sudden, now the article's bullshit.
Well, you said it was a bullshit article, did you not? You agreed it was. Well, by definition, you're saying it's a bullshit article because by definition, you said that his position hasn't changed.
Deontay Wilder's position has changed. His profile has increased.
His position hasn't changed. He's flatlined. You said Deontay Wilder's flatline from then till now. From then till now.
He says that Deontay Wilder's profile has not changed. He's a dumbass.
Yeah. From then till now, Wilder's position has not changed, even though his position hasn't changed, even though he's built his profile on Bram Wilder's, even though he's built his profile off Joshua's back.
Sure he did.
He's built his profile off Joshua's back.
Okay, we'll spin the subject. That's fine. We can spin. That's fine. No,
we're not spinning nothing. We're not spinning nothing.
Built his profile with Deontay Wilder.
We're not spinning nothing. Look at Wilder's.
And you want to go? Fine, let's do it.
Look at Wilder's social media. Look at the increase since he's had Joshua's name in his mouth.
This guy, this dumbass, says Deontay Wilder's profile has not increased. Now, we're not haters, we're objective people. And any objective person can see that Deontay Wilder's profile has increased considerably. Okay, we're coming to the end. I think I just killed him. Right, 3 hours and 20 minutes. Let's go. 3:20.
Okay.
Wilder saw.
You're saying.
Wilder. No, I'll tell you what I'm saying. You can't tell me what I'm saying. I'm telling you what I'm saying.
I'm asking.
I'm telling you. Wilder came to London, saw the 90,000 people. 90,000. I don't think he'd ever seen 90,000 people in one place before. He saw 90,000 people.
This, ladies and gentlemen, is the final part.
Watching a boxing match.
Let me know.
His eyes grew wide.
Really?
And I saw him. He was as humble as a lamb. Wilder was as humble as a lamb.
Humble as a lamb.
Humble as a lamb. And he said to the interviewers, he said, "Oh man, I would love to be a part of this one day. I would love to be a part of this. I would love to come over here. I would love to come over here to London and, be a part of this. It's amazing. We don't have nothing like this over in America. We don't have nothing. We don't have the support. We don't have the support of boxing. We don't have the support. We don't have the support of boxing like you do over here. Over there in America, it's different. And that's Carry on. Your turn. Your turn.
When did he fight Vladimir Klitschko?
Yes.
When did he fight Vladimir Klitschko?
Yes.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen. And that was it. We went on to talk for another about 30 seconds, or as a matter of fact, about 2 minutes, talking about Vladimir Klitschko. I can't even remember what we said. Hold on a second. Let me just refresh my memory. What was said there? 324. What was said there? 324.
What's the point you made?
What we talking about, nigga? You literally just said that Deontay Wilder was the one calling for Anthony Joshua. Deontay Wilder came to the UK and was so amazed at 90,000, so amazed and blah, blah, blah. As a matter of fact, what fight did Anthony Joshua ever go through with Deontay Wilder?
Damn, I almost missed this. This was making sure that he was dead.
Well, because Deontay Wilder is such a low-profile guy recently.
I understand.
Because he's such a low-profile guy up until recently. Why would Joshua want to go to a bum? Why would Joshua want to go to a bum's fight? It's a bum fight. Joshua even fight. Wilder even fight.
I think he muted my mic again. But I was saying, why would Joshua want to go to a bum fight?
This nigga is a body, man.
Why would Joshua want to go?
But Wilder,
he brought me back in.
Wilder's a bum fighter, though. Really, Wilder's a bum fighter.
Oh my gosh! Did you see the sweat? Hold up! Did you see the sweat? Did you see his forehead? Did you see his forehead?
He's a bum fighter. Wilder's a bum fighter. He's had two good fights in his life.
I ain't trying to hear you. Listen, I am about to go. This dude's a body.
Yeah. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Let's bring the beat back. This
dude's a body, man. Dude is a body.
Really? Well, I think we should let the audience decide who is the body.
So he can come back tomorrow and try.
Come back tomorrow? You're dead. You're dead already. Coming back tomorrow. I might come back next week and just see if you're still breathing. To stifle the last vestiges of life out here. That, ladies and gentlemen, was my that was my encounter with BFTB. Ironically, I believe that stands for Best Fights the Best. How ironic. The best fights the best. Well, clearly, your boy Deontay Wilder has shown no interest in fighting the best. No interest whatsoever in a 10-year career. He only stepped up last year. To fight Luis Ortiz, a man who on paperwork says he alleges is 39. Most of the world considers him closer to 49. The best old man fighting in this day, no doubt. But clearly, he's pretty much a senior citizen now on blood medication. He's on blood meds. He barely could get through the medical in his fight prior to the Wilder fight. In the pre-med tests, Luis Ortiz could barely get through the medical. Fact, he had not one but two fighters on standby in case he didn't make it. Fact, he had Charles Martin and Dominic Breezel standing by in case he couldn't get through the medical. Fact. The second step up was Fury. And Fury, as we all know the story, I'm not going to go into it because it's the end of the video now, but Fury was coming off pretty much a 1.5 year, 2 year layoff, had fought 2 low ranking to no ranking guys prior to him agreeing to a fight with Wilder. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is what Wilder does. Chooses, well, he chooses low rank guys generally, but when he stepped up, even when he stepped up, it was against name guys who were hamstrung. He knew they were hamstrung. Ortiz was hamstrung by age. Tyson Fury hamstrung by 1.5 years, 2 years of inactivity, and worse, drug addiction, food addiction, alcohol addiction. Those were Wilder's step-ups. But anyway, you've heard it. That was my encounter with BFTB. Best fights the best. How ironic. So you heard it. Leave your comments in the comment section. Hit the like button if you liked it. And for those who haven't subscribed already, hit the subscribe button and the bell icon. I upload every day. Always on the grind. And for those who have subscribed, I'd like to extend my appreciation, because even though I've only just started 2 months ago, when I compare the channel's performance with others at the same stage of development 2 months in, I am doing very, very well. And it's thanks to you appreciating what I do. So I appreciate you, you appreciate me. It's a two-way street. I just like to extend my thanks. So it's Raphael Dawkins, Combat Radio. Hope you enjoyed this. And I am out.